Several businesses will be negatively affected by coronavirus. However, some businesses may actually experience significant growth. Businesses that provide alleviation to the stress of going through a pandemic and businesses that serve the medicine industry directly are having a field day. Hi, my name is Courtney-Ann and you are watching Cashflow Mondays. So without further ado, let's get into the list. Number 1 is cleaning services. With more persons becoming aware about the spread of germs and viruses, it's no surprise that cleaning services have experienced an increase in sales. More places such as hospitals, restaurants, offices, and even homes are now demanding deeper cleans and sanitizing with stronger chemicals. Number 2, delivery services. Now, currently many businesses are trying to adapt, especially the food industry. So a lot of businesses have either implemented or contracted delivery services to assist them with operations. Several courier companies have stepped up to the challenge to ensure that goods and services are delivered on time and in good quality. This in turn lessens the chances of social gatherings in public places, causing, health hazards and cross-contaminations and stuff like that. Number 3, liquor businesses. Now, given the obvious depression persons may face, it is no surprise that a lot of persons are consuming more liquor. That feeling like everything is going wrong and everything is about to go up in a ball of flames have led more persons to drink up. Many grocery stores and liquor businesses have experienced a steady increase in sales, particularly grocery stores, because now that restaurants and bars are closed, persons are now turning to their local grocery stores just to grab a chilled beer or a bottle of Moscato. Speaking of grocery stores, number 4, grocery stores and corner shops. Now, with everyone social distancing, lockdowns being announced every now and then, restaurants being closed, more persons are actually eating at home. So, a lot of grocery stores have been experiencing an increase in sales, especially where things like water, tin foods, and toilet paper are concerned. I'm still mad about that, by the way, respectfully. As for corner shops, if you're like me, while everyone was hustling and bustling at the supermarket, what I did was I found my local corner store or corner shop in my community, and then that's where I did my shopping for like about 2 months or so. So I avoided the crowd, I got the same items, similar pricing, very easy. Didn't have to fight for it, like how y'all fought for the toilet paper. Number 5 on the list is exercise and workout gear. Now that more people are home or in lockdown or in quarantine, people are focusing on themselves and gyms are closed. So all of those fitness junkies that usually live for exercise are now finding unique ways to stay in shape. Additionally, more persons are getting back on track with being organized, and now their health is actually a priority, and also eating right. So with the internet at the edge of their fingertips, it's no surprise that with online browsing and stuff like Amazon, more persons are deciding to invest in some workout gear to shed that 2019 Christmas weight. I wonder if they know they actually have to use the equipment. So now that we've covered 5 businesses that will thrive in a recession, let's talk about some business that can possibly die during this recession. Number 1, newspaper companies. Now, hear me out. Advertising in newspapers remained pretty consistent, right? And a lot of persons believe that it would have died during the dot-com era. However, it took a deep drop during this ongoing 2020 financial crisis, which we know has been caused by COVID, and it may never be able to recover, to be honest. If you look at the statistics, I'm going to insert a picture right now. The popularity of smartphones and social media is one likely factor, but I strongly believe that the recession is another factor. Number 2, is a very controversial topic that I'm sure not a lot of you guys have thought about. But cable companies, guys, cable companies. The current lockdowns that have taken place in 2020 may actually have a reverse effect on cable companies. So while cable companies may believe that their views or their watch hours may go up, it might actually have a reverse effect because more persons have time to sift through their cable packages, and they're now realizing that the packages that they pay for are no longer worth it. Simply because all of those hidden channels that are in our cable packages, for example, those sports channels that we never watch and that we're being billed for every month, we're now realizing that it's a complete waste of time. And with companies like Netflix coming into the picture, cable companies have stiff competition because subscription companies gives us the convenience to watch what we want, when we want, and they also include features like playback, fast forward, and we're able to watch an entire season in one go. We don't have to wait until next week when it's programmed for viewing. Number 3 on the list is movie theaters, guys. Sorry to break it to you, but weekend activities like going to the movies may drastically come to a halt, mainly because these activities have moved online, again with the subscription companies. A lot of theaters have gotten very creative by having I believe it's one person every 3 seats or something like that. However, I don't see this lasting very long, simply because, well, I personally don't think they sanitize all of the seats after each movie change. Anyway, with more persons becoming more conscious about virus spread, I highly doubt that more people will be putting themselves in environments that are frequently trafficked by other persons. So, although I don't think that persons will completely stop going to the movie theaters, I highly doubt that they will be in enough profit to stay open. Number 4 is actually event planning. Ooh, beauty conferences, business conferences, parties, expos. Time to go back to the drawing board. Large gatherings are officially a health hazard. Several event hosts are now switching to virtual conferences. However, I predict that this industry will take a large hit as less persons will be in attendance, simply because it was usually the experience and actually physically touching goods and services and interacting with business owners that was usually what brought persons outside of their homes to attend these events. So although hosts have moved their events online, I don't think this industry will last after this recession, especially because of COVID. Now, hosts could have made a reasonable profit from renting booths and renting spaces, now they have to get very creative to make equally or close to what they used to make based on only views. So some hosts, I've noticed that they've already begun to run slots for advertisements and all of that jazz during the virtual event. However, there's so much and no more ads that you can run during a virtual program or an online program or a television program. So you don't necessarily want to bombard the viewer with too much ads, simply because they can switch or turn off the TV with the click of a button, right? So again, I think this industry will take a large hit because although you can probably compensate with ads, I don't think they'll be able to run enough ads to even make close to what they used to make if they were to have a physical event. I really hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Cashflow Mondays. Let me know in the comments if you had any takeaways. If you've made it to the end of the video, comment Cashflow Mondays in the comment section. And if there are any other types of videos related to this topic in terms of businesses and coronavirus, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to make any potential videos about those. I do have at least 2 more videos lined up that are in correlation to this video that I made. So if you like content like that, feel free to subscribe and share it with a friend. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Goodbye, guys.
Right there on top of the moon, we could sit and do